see. Live chat. Okay, we're in there. All right, friends. So, kind of impromptu. Just figured I'd hop on, see how you're all doing. Got a little bit of time to kill, so that's it. Um, I really don't have much of a topic at all. I just figured I'd kind of see who pops in and go from there. You know, just to touch on something. Roundorf, what's up, my brother? Just to touch on something. I know there's a lot of creators who have like a narrative and like a show to do and topics and things they want to get through and things like that. Hey, Gans, what's up? I can tell you that a lot of subscribers come to me and talk to me about being ignored in the chat. Oh, there he is, Kiora, my brother. Danny Stanton, I just like put it up, like there was no notification, but thank you for that. Appreciate you guys giving me feedback. I get a lot of complaints from people who say they just get ignored in chat. Like they ask questions. They'll ask questions. They have they want to be heard, and it just doesn't happen. Wow, it's a hot mess. Whatever, deal with it. I'm not at the house right now, so glad you're live. There ain't shit on tonight. There's a few things on, but again, people have been coming to me and just saying like, man, I can't stand this because like they just don't respond to me. Like I say something over and over again. Like they say there's gonna be questions at the end, and then like they don't get read or heard, or if you have somebody who's hanging on, and if you're doing like a show especially, or a stream, whatever, I don't like calling it a show. Anybody can stream, right? Like I'm in a laundromat streaming, it's not a show. So anyway, but if you got somebody who might hang on, Joe, good to see you, my brother. You got people who hang on for an hour, 2 hours, whatever, and they sit there and they wait. And they're there loyally and repeatedly and whatever you want, however you want to put it. Just try to, if this means anything to anybody, like if somebody needs to hear this, I don't know. I'm not picking on anybody in particular. I don't do that. I don't name names, but it's just, and it's not just a one-time thing. I've been hearing it quite a bit, and that's why I did subscribe to something in the first place. Because there's enough of me walking around talking blah blah blah, so I want to sit down and hear what you guys got to say, what topics you might want to know about, what questions you might want to ask. Maybe you just want a place to hang out where somebody shouts out your name. I don't know. I really don't know. I just try to interact with everyone as much as possible. Yep, if I asked a straight question, I'd expect a straight answer from chat or host. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. And again, I get it that there's some people that's what they do. They run it through, and there might be a lot of people in there at the same time. There might be a lot of people in there. There really might, but I don't know. Sometimes that's why I go live, right? Like without a lot of notice, so that the people who are awake or around, they have that, ability to just pop in, and there's not a lot of people in here. You kind of got to switch it up. I have somebody coming on that I've had on in the past. It's not going to be right now, but probably. I'm thinking probably after the holidays. We'll see. What day is it? It's the 14th. We might do it before. Mark, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see all you guys. Seriously, thank you. I appreciate you guys popping in. I know there's probably a few shows on tonight and things going on around, and all good. won't do a membership with them. Well, that's a whole nother topic, right? Memberships, right? If you're gonna do a membership and it's a decent asking price, you know what I mean? You damn well better do some stuff for those people. We'll dive into that after the holidays. So we're going to, again, I don't know if you guys, if some of you might have missed this, we're going to do a giveaway. Being that we have people in different time zones and stuff, and I don't want it to be unfair for them just because they don't live like on the East Coast or in the States at all, or whatever. You know, if I gotta mail something to New Zealand, like, you know, we have people from New Zealand, Australia, all over, UK. If I gotta mail it there, I gotta mail it there. It is what it is. I'll make it work. But I want them to be able to get, you know, get the same chance. What I'm thinking is we're just gonna do like every so often. Here's what I'm thinking as of now anyway. Every so often I'll just see who was here up to this point, pull a name out of a hat, boom, then we'll repeat. Now maybe we'll do that every like 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever. Probably shorter time frames because you know, not everybody's got all day. So sorry if the whole herky jerky. I'm like sitting on this this big ledge by the window, trying to get a little privacy so I could do this with you guys. Brandorf, man, that's really cool, the thing you did on TikTok, how you put up the, what the hell is it called? Anyway, it's like a question. So like he puts up a video or post, whatever, and then he asks a question, and you can either do a poll, like yes or no, and like, is Bigfoot real, yes or no? And where he did like, is there multiple cryptids in this one? And it's got like a video response. So what I did was I clicked it, and then I made like a video on my thing, on my TikTok. And like I'm not really on there a lot, so when I go on, I'm really just supporting like people like him, Creature Preacher. I'm gonna have on one day. Browndorf, maybe you could come on with me when I have Creature Preacher on, if you're into it, because I know you've been kind of, you know, getting along with him lately. But he's awesome. But I'm gonna have him on the channel too soon. He's gonna make this transition over to YouTube. And Knack, good to see you. I did email you back finally. I got it like 2 days late, and I apologize. I am the worst with that. Everybody knows it, but I do it. Some other guys, the poll thing. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know how. I'm not really on there. Like, I pretty much, you know, I barely have enough time to do this, so I try to give it my all and put everything into this channel. You know, it'd be great if I had more time to like spread myself around. And down the line I will. We're just getting started, right? But the babies are little, like they require a lot of attention. You know, even the other kids are young. I mean, I'm doing like 200 pounds of laundry. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we gotta pick up the slack wherever we gotta do it. You know, the wife can't do everything. She does enough. This is the least I could do. Yeah. So yeah, Brownov. I know you've seen him lately. He's cool, man. He's gone through a lot, man. Like on TikTok, like he's been banned like a couple times at least since I've been following him. And I don't know why. Like people just hate on the guy. Like just hate on him. Well, we ain't learning. You're learning, and I'm watching. And I'm like, that's cool, but I'm not learning anything. I'm like a goldfish, man. I like swim to one side of the house, and I forget what the hell I'm doing. Forget everything I learned on the other end. If it's not things that like really, really interest me, like when it's stuff that really interests me, I retain it. I retain things like crazy. But then like when it's stuff like tech stuff, like I literally, like, I'll forget how to, just regular shit. I hate looking at myself. Anyway. Knack, it's good to see you, man. I'm glad you popped in. I know I know you've been busy, and I get it, man. I get it. I'm glad you're taking care of things. Steve Wolf. It was cool that Joseph popped in. I don't see him on live that often. Glad he was here. Glad you're all here. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And then my New Zealand friend too. He's in a whole different time zone, so appreciate you being here, brother. Whether you guys are, just hanging in the back or what, don't matter. Thank you for stopping by. Steve Wolf, the legend. I've been also getting a lot of complaints about people being blocked and this and that, and bear with me, guys, please. I don't know how to control this crap. I really don't. I don't know how to explain it, but it tends to be a losing battle because there's nowhere to reach anybody at YouTube. There is nowhere to reach them. The best they do is occasionally they will like give you somebody live that texts back, but it's not even somebody. It's like a computer that gives you like frequently asked questions, answers to. And then they give you like ways to troubleshoot it, which is, I know how to troubleshoot it. Like, I know how to do that. It's not working. Otherwise, if it was working, I wouldn't reach out to them. So it's pretty frustrating. I've been able to pull a few people out. Like, once they responded like months ago, and they were able to pull some people back, and it was cool. But now I'm having the same problems again. A tech guru, it ain't gonna happen, bro. Like, I lean on you guys for that. Like, this is another reason why I try to always emphasize that, like nobody's better than one another. You know what I mean? Like, we all have something to give. We all got something to give, because not one of us has the gift that the next guy has, or the talent that the next guy has. So the more of us together, like, the stronger that we are, right? It's just the way it is. Like, in the army, it's like that too. Like, you lean on your brother, but you try to learn his job too. You learn off each other, and you kind of, you know what I mean? That way, if he goes down, you can pick him up and pick up his position. Vice versa. We learn from each other. Yeah, you're a tech goof too. Have you downloaded YouTube Studio app on phone? Yes, Cans, I have. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's pretty helpful. I know a lot of people don't like it. In the beginning, I didn't, but now I depend on it. A lot of times I have to go on a computer, which I never have up, Cans. Like, I never have a computer open. I have a laptop that I literally open it like once a week until like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. But yeah, that thing is a lifesaver, Cans, for sure. Thank you. Joseph said, I don't get the notification for the live. I happen to catch it. I didn't put it up in advance tonight, so it literally, like, I just clicked live and went. I'm a tech goof. Browndorf says, LAB, I have to refollow you here on YouTube all the time, but I do get your notification bell. And I wonder if that affects your numbers. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got 3 copyright strikes today. They won't even let one of my videos be on the channel. It got 200, like, it got 2,700 views in like just today, and they won't let it go on my channel. They sent it to a third party's channel because it's their music. So my video's on their shit. Tell me how that works. You guys are commenting to me, but the video doesn't exist otherwise. I don't know how it works. It says it went to a third-party host because they own the rights or some shit. So I guess I guess I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. Maybe it'll pop up at some point if they okay it. I don't know. But it's not monetized, so I don't see what the problem is. So that's where I always battle back with them, because they'll be like, "Oh, well, it's copyrighted, but I'm not making anything off of it." You know. First of all, they say it's ineligible, but I never monetize my shorts because I already know that they're gonna come for me. Well, all right. So let me rephrase that. It's not a strike, but it's a. So it's not a strike, but it's a copyright claim, and it can become one. So you have to like. It never follows through because I always answer with 2 letters. F you. Nothing ever comes from it. Get the equipment, get your butt out there. Yeah, if you knew how cold it was here, man. Like I was out there earlier on the way here did a couple stops to see how the psionics worked. And a lot of I was hanging it out the car, and then I stepped out of the car but I had to leave it running because it's pitch black out there, so I needed like the headlights, but the taillights was making some of the picture red, which was kind of weird. But anyway, at one point there's this like we ended up naming it Cryptic Meadow. I did like a name contest on that location, and like Jerry Willard won. He got the most likes on it, so that's what we called it. Anyway, I went there because I know it's pitch black out there, and you could see across the whole field, and you could see the mountain and everything. It's amazing. It is amazing. Slap on the wrist, yeah, I guess it gets a little nerve-wracking. You know, nobody wants to get the tension. D. Kelly Watson, welcome. Rome, Georgia. Wow, that's cool. I was stationed at Fort Benning. The only reason, I lived in Georgia, and I don't even know. I know more about Georgia from The Walking Dead than I do from living there. So again, it's getting that time where it's almost Christmas. I want to get one of the giveaway lives going soon. I will make sure I give advance notice on it. I found some of the better ones that I had gotten. I found some of the better ones, so I'm really excited. Really, really excited. So not that any of them are bad, but some of them are a little cooler looking. At least in my opinion, they have a little pizzazz, if you will. P-Dog's coming to you, sir. For those who don't know what P-Dogs are, because I didn't even know what the hell they were until he sent them last Christmas. So last year anyway, around this time. Last Christmas we were in the hospital for our daughter, and then when we finally got out, I didn't tell any of you guys, but I had COVID. I had to stay in a hotel room by myself. It was so not cost efficient at all. But I didn't want to get the family sick, so I isolated myself. I didn't come out for a few days, and then when I did, I just was taking walks locally and posting them. I didn't want to drag anybody down with like, yeah, I'm sick, like, I don't know. When I come on here, I try to leave the other shit behind, you know what I'm saying? Will I be any trained experiences in Georgia? Oh, let me finish this. So P-Dogs are these little things. They're almost like pigs in a blanket, but they're not. They're amazing. They're called peewees, I guess, but they're like, oh my god, I don't even know how to explain them. Maybe you can, Jimbo, but yes, hot sauce is a necessity. And they got me through. They got me through being like, I couldn't eat anything else. I tried ordering a bunch of stuff here and there. Occasionally I would order like Cabo Fresh or whatever through like, DoorDash or something, and I couldn't stomach anything except what he sent, and it was like, otherwise I wouldn't have ate. And the hot sauce was really good because, like, obviously COVID is like a respiratory thing, right? So the hot sauce was really like working my sinuses and stuff, so it was cool. Aaron, happy holidays. Aaron. Aaron. Has anybody seen Aaron? Steve Wolf says sucks. Oh yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Oh, so Georgia's amazing, and we have Bigfoot also, no doubt. LIB, any strange experiences in Georgia? Yep. Yep. So, my buddy who I lived with at the time, we lived in Alabama in a house off post in Fort Mitchell, I want to say it was. I forget. Anyway, maybe it was the town after Phoenix City. Anyway, whatever, it don't matter. It was the middle of nowhere. But anyway, we were driving in one night into base, and I was driving, and he was in the passenger seat, and he was loaded off God knows what. He's a guy from Queens. He lived in Queens his whole life. Nothing. Never even Bigfoot never crossed his mind, nor mine at the time. You know what I mean? For the most part. And we were entering the base, and so main post is like this huge, like, and at this time there was nobody except the MPs, the military police, and they're all like all over every guard booth, and it looks like daylight. Oh, I'm in this place. It's pitch black out here. I'm doing the laundry. I'm sitting inside. That's why I'm inside the place. So anyway, we're coming in, and the guard booth is, so it's a long strip coming in, long road coming in from, like, the highway turns into base, the road that goes on the base, and it's long, probably about a mile and a half, give or take, and about 300-400 yards away from the booth, I slam on the brakes because I see something out the passenger side up in the brush, and it's huge. It's on all fours, but it's massive. And I'm like, yo, did you see that? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, are you serious? You saw that? And he's like, yeah. So I get out, and I'm like looking, and I see the thing lanking, kind of like smoothing back into the woods. And I'm like, yo, that thing was like, I didn't really think much about it at all, really. It was Fort Benning. Anyway, so the MPs came to us at this point because they don't know why we're parked out there. You know what I mean? It kind of looks probably like we're about to do something shady to them. You know what I'm saying? So they came to us like full force. And I'm sitting there talking about this giant in the woods. And they're like, are you, like, they were raging on us. And we were like kind of like laughing at them and shit. Like, we didn't give a damn at that point. So we were ETSing, which is getting out. We had like a month left, like no work left, like none of that shit. Like nothing mattered. Nothing we did mattered. So we were like laughing at everything Army related. Anyway, so so they were like, oh, it's just a boar. I'm like, that wasn't a boar. They're like, yeah, they get up to like 600 pounds. I'm like, I bought it. Like, I bought everything they sold me. And I left, and I went on about my business. And I didn't think about this situation until many, many years later. And I had a situation in Korea, too, where I didn't think about it until many, many years later, when this stuff really kicked off. When the Bigfoot stuff kicked off, I realized my first encounter was my first encounter, but it was not my first sighting by any means. I had one in Korea, and I had one in Georgia. If there was any others, it didn't register. Or it doesn't now, at least. Hey, LIB tribe. Joseph says, God bless you and your family, my man. Have a Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year. Salute, Mikey. I gotta get ready for work. All right, man. Have a good one. Stay safe, my friend. I'll get in touch with you soon, one way or another. I want to link up with you. You're too close. We live in the same state. Like, too close to not get together. That's where my dad and now my nephew were based. Oh, that's cool. I think you and my brother were at Benning at the same time. probably dancing around the military crap the same way. Forensic Mystics. That's an interesting name. That's cool. How are you? Trip out. Yeah, it was a trip out. Like I said, I bought everything they sold me. And the guy I was with, I still talk to him all the time. He's like, I don't want to say he's like a thug or anything, but like he's as city as it gets. Like he's as city as it gets. Like I'm his only like light skinned friend. Let's put it that way. So like he's like, he's cool as shit though. I love the guy. I love him like a brother. He is my brother as far as I'm concerned. My phone auto corrected that. Oh, Bennington. I didn't even see that. That's how bad I am. I'm not white. Sicilians ain't white. I mean, whatever. Say, call it what you want. Anything to elaborate on with those 2 sightings? The first one, that's about as far as it went, It was on all fours. It was huge. It was not a boar. It was not a boar. This thing was massive. And then the one in Korea, we were going to a place called Everland, right? And it's kind of Disneyland in the middle of Korea. And it's like on the top of a mountain somewhere. And I don't even remember how we got there. I think we took a bullet train, like a million cities away, and then like we had to take a bus from somewhere, and then we ended up like driving up this mountain on the bus. And I remember I was like fading in and out because I think I had a few drinks at the time, and anyway, I was like looking out the window, kind of. I had the window seat, and like, how like when you have the window seat and you're tired, you just kind of like lean and like smash your face on the glass. So I was doing like the mush face, and it's very like jungly to an extent. Like it's similar to like a jungle mixed with like rice paddies like everywhere. But on this particular mountain, it was like very, very like mountain mixed with jungle, but not a jungle. I don't know how to explain it. So anyway, something was there, and it like blanked, like same kind of situation. Was on all fours, and it like scurried down and like went up and over like the shit, I don't know how to explain it. Like, so like all this particular road had like a big drop off kind of, but there was like kind of like humps and stuff, like, so you could stay down low but you had to come up sometimes. And this one, like, it like came up one of the humps and then like came up and out to like go over the other side, and it like just went straight into the brush. And like this brush was thick as an understatement, and it didn't like, I can't explain it, but it didn't like part the brush. It just like went into it, like it just like became part of the bush. Like, it's not like, a bunch of leaves, like, the way it went in, it should have like made a disturbance, but it didn't. I'm light skinned, yeah, that's right. I hope that helps, because mush face. I'm white as fuck, yeah, alright. See? Preference, right? It's not preference, what is it? Perception. Preference. Perception. Sweet Jesus. I can picture it got swallowed in the bush, yeah. Ryan, welcome. Jeremy, welcome. Good to see you guys. Gotta go. Everyone, Jackson is on a sleep strike. What time is it? Oh, yeah. Happy holidays in case I don't speak to IB Tribe before then. We will. You in Saraha. Get out here. Get a tan. Have some good times, yeah. Yeah, well, it's impossible really for us both to travel for... Really, we can't even get like a minute to ourselves, so... I'm serious, we can't get a minute by ourselves, so to think about getting on a vacation would be literally impossible. Last time we were able to have like time together was like, we had 36 hours, I think. And like 6 of it was driving. Put sleep in there and shit. It sucks. But it's better than nothing. How much time is left on these things? Alright, I'll hang out for a few more. 4:45 in Alaska. It is 8:45 here. Whoa. Oh. Well, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Sorry. I see there's a lot of you guys in here, so thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. Ugh. I'm gonna sit back because this is hurting my... Just killing my back here. Oh, it's not gonna work either. Whatever. Got a little... I don't want to say busy, but these people picked one, like, the washers right next to me. This is my luck. Great story. Yeah, thank you. Look like dude from The Punisher? I'll take it. Thank you, Jimmy. I'll take it. I usually get the guy from, like, when I have like a really, when this is short, I usually get the guy from Empire. Yeah, Empire. I usually get that. But I'll tell you guys another funny story about Korea. So I was out with 3 buddies, and I was only dressed in we were going to Seoul, which is basically New York City of Korea. It's the big city, right? And we were going to a nightclub, and it was an all-Korean nightclub. 3 friends were African American, big guys, I mean, when you picture big, picture bigger. And they were dressed in suits, all black suits, like really nice looking stuff. And I'm just in like a white tee with like a button down, like with it open. And anyway, we had a limo, then one of them rented a limo. So we pulled up to the place and that, and people started screaming when we got there. They thought that they were my security and that I was Tobey Maguire. So I was a lot skinnier back then. So they thought I was Tobey Maguire, and they all kept screaming Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And I'm like going to correct them, and they're like, one of them was like, yo, roll with it. And I'm like, this ain't gonna go. And he's like, roll with it. And I'm like, all right. I look at the other 2, they're like, roll with it. And I'm like, all right. So I start doing my thing like I'm Tobey Maguire. So we start getting the like VIP treatment, and they're like taking us in first, and like and we had, at the time we had like a lot of money to spend, and when you're over there you get like hazard pay and all these extra things, and then like your money at the time, your money translated into won, and won back then was like a dollar turned into like $2 sometimes, or $1.50, you know, a dollar turned into $1.50 at the worst day. It turned into $1.50, but sometimes it would turn into like $2 or $2.50. So if you could take $100 and turn it into $2.50, and then you could take, you know what I'm saying? So like you could take 1,000 and turn it into 2,000. So it's like we used to do that. We would save our money, and then when there was a good exchange rate, we would just exchange it all, and then we would go have a good time. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. I'm dumbing down the whole story. It was a wild night, but yeah, long time ago. A lot of fun. We still talk about it today. And the age ranges were so crazy. Some of the guys were like 18. I was like 23. Some of the guys were like, closer to 30. We all talk about like if we all put these stories from everything we did over there into a book, or like a movie, or a sitcom or something, it would be so entertaining. It really would. It really would. It was one of the best times of my life. I want to take it back. A lot of people get stressful over there. It was my first duty station, so I did not know any better. I had no idea. I got at a boot camp, and I went to AIT, Advanced Individual Training, and then I went, that was on the same base, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. And then they put me on a plane. I was like, oh, everyone's got Fort this, Fort that. And I'm like, mine says camp. And they're like, I don't know. Oh, where are you going? And I was like, all right, well, nobody knows where I'm going. And then sure as shit. I mean, I got off the plane. I thought I was gonna be at a base. I was in the middle of an airport in the middle of Korea, and I had to like find my own bus and find the way there. It was wild, man. Wild. I wore my uniform on the plane like an idiot. Like, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything. I always bring it. I talk about random shit, I guess. I have a lot of interesting stories about my time in service. I had a lot of photographs and stuff and videos and a lot, and a lot of it got taken by customs, so it sucks. A lot of you guys know I was stationed in Kandahar, and everyone likes to talk about the Kandahar giant and stuff. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'll tell you my opinion. It's not a fact. Like, I don't have a fact on it. I think it was something we made, and it decided it was gonna lash out, and it didn't want to go. It didn't want to. I don't think it was. I don't think it was just like a Sasquatch or a giant that was living there. I think it was something that we made. It was out with the special forces, and it just snapped on them. And then the other guys had to go get them, and they were gone already. Eggs are 7 a dozen. Did they give chickens a raise? You quite possibly could be. I think Sarah left, Jim. She likes it, though. She likes it. We only looked at it through a little bit together. I was showing her out in the yard, because it gets pitch black out there. Like, it gets pitch black at night. You can see everything. You can see everything. It's awesome. And, like, if I turn off the light at the house light, you know what I mean, outside the door, it doesn't work very well. But as soon as I turn that on, it's only like, what, 50, 60 watts? It takes that light and turns it into, it sees everything. It's amazing. Go live with it? Yeah, I'll figure it out at some point. I need some help with that. Exchange rate party. My son was at Fort Jackson around 2010. That's awesome. Hey, Sharon, good to see you. LIB, in your recent video, that dog... Shit. Jesus Christ. This guy's blasting music over there. Alright, I'm gonna have to hop up soon anyway. LIB, in your recent video... that dog man at the old nut house. Oh, why the hell didn't you get the F out of there? Aren't dog men dangerous and super aggressive? I've had a lot of experience with them. I try not to show fear. When I've showed fear in the past, it's backfired. They've seemed to be able to like feed off it. They seem to be able to like really, once you get scared, it seems like they're able to like make you more scared and more scared and more scared, if that makes sense. I don't know what to put on that. I don't know what to make of it, but I've had bad experiences with them. On that occasion, I didn't really I think I saw it at one point. I can't really remember because it was like a year ago, but I think I saw it, and then I didn't see it when it lengthed back at that point. I didn't see it at that point. I wasn't looking at it. I saw it later, or somebody saw it later. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I kind of try to like backpedal, and how do I explain it? Almost like when like a predator, when you see people on like a predator, like a big cat's coming at them or a bear's coming at them, they just kind of back out slowly. If it gets too close, they'll get loud and like as big as they can. I try to treat it that way. I try to just kind of like not turn my back to it, but I try to like just ease my way out of there without showing like too much fear. always appreciate your service, bro, and anyone within earshot. Thank you, Steve. All right, my friends. Well, I think this is gonna wrap up soon enough. Hopefully, anyway. I'm ready to get out of here and get home to the fam. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. Again, Sarah and I, or whatever, we'll figure out how we're going to do it exactly, or when we're going to do it, and we want to do that giveaway. So, again, I'll try to give as much notice as I can, and I'll keep you posted in the community tab. Pay attention to that at least, because I don't want to make like a little short video and be like, oh, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do, because then it just gets a little annoying that way. Badass SD card for psionics, yeah. Well, once I get used to it, I'll get like a big one, a big SD card, and when I'm like gonna do something, I'll save that for like when I'm gonna do something meaty, you know what I mean? Right now I'm just doing like a little 20 second, 30 seconds just to see how it works in different places. Jeremy, thank you. Jimmy, thank you. Sharon, thank you. Good to see you. Everybody who's here, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm sorry about all the noise. Can't control that. Could be worse, I guess. All right, my friends. Thank you. Have a safe and a blessed night. I'll see you on the next one.